Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and today we're going to finish up our Christmas bell. Um, so we're going to start with row 26. Now remember we had 25 squares in row 25, but we're going to start decreasing on both ends in this row. So we're just going to chain one and turn. Okay, instead of chain two and turn, now you're going to chain one and turn, and you're going to slip stitch in the first two stitches. Now there's something wrong with this. Oh, all right. Here we go. All right, chain one and turn this way. There we go. Now in the first two stitches, we're going to slip stitch. Okay, we're going to slip stitch in the first two stitches. And then in the third stitch, you're going to put your falling leaf stitch in that stitch, which will be a single crochet. So you're slip stitching in those two doubles and down to the single crochet, and we're going to start out with the gold like usual, and then we're going to go to the blue, and we need to put two blue in. And then we need our green next, and we need to put 5 green in and 3 red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to bring this red down here. So we need 3 red, and then 3 green, and then 4 red. So 3 red, 3 green, and 4 red. Alright, bring that red with you. Make sure you bring that red with you because you're going to need it. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And we're done with this green, so we can leave it behind. Bring in the red first, and then we can leave that behind. All right, so now we need 4 red and 3 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then bring in our blue. So now we need 3 blue. We're going to bring the red with us one more time. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to finish this row off by putting 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 gold. So the red stays behind. Bring in the blue. Now, this is where things get different. It used to be that this was our last stitch right here at the top of this gold. But now our last stitch will be this blue, this last stitch of the blue. You will make that your last stitch. And then your last square, and then we're going to slip stitch to that first stitch there, and that is it. So that is decreasing on both ends, and because of that you should have 24, not 26, 24 squares. So now we're going to go down by 1 square because we used to go up by 1 square, and now we're going to go down by 1 square. So the next row will be 23, and the row after that will be 22, and so forth. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn for 27 and do our slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch in the first 2, which are double crochets, and then in that single you're going to put your falling leaf stitch. That's the 3rd stitch over. All right, and we're going to start out with gold, and we need 1 blue, 1 red, and then 2 blue. All right, so we're going to put our 2 blue in here. And then we need 4 red and 2 green and 4 red. So we'll go back to our red. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to bring in our green. So we need 2 green. And then we'll go back to our red. Come on out of there. And we need 4 red again. And now we're done with the red. Now we're going to go back to our green and put 5 green in. We can leave that red behind. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we need 2 blue and 1 gold to finish off this row. We can leave that green behind. And now the last stitch will be the last stitch of the blue, just like before. You make your square, and then you need to slip stitch into this stitch, and then that's it. So there's row 27. Alright, so we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 28 and start out with our gold that we're going to slip stitch down to that 3rd stitch. This is the way we start our row every time now until the end of this diamond. And then we need 2 blue and 6 green. Alright, so there's 1. 2. 3. and 6. Now we're bringing that red up with that on that 6th one, because then we're going to need 3 red and 2 green and then 7 red. So hang on, I'll find out where my red is without tangling up my yarns. Okay, so yeah, 3 red, 2 green, 7 red. And then you'll finish it off with a gold at the end. So here's the 3rd red. Bring our green back. And this blue should have been left behind, actually. This blue should have been left down here. I'll have to fix that off camera before we go to the next row. Alright, so there's 2 green, and then the green gets left behind here because we're going to finish off. We're going to pretend this blue is not here. Leave that blue there too. We're going to finish off this row by putting 7 red and 1 gold at the end. So there's 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. And then here's our gold. Slip stitch there. And that's what it should look like for row 28. So we'll be back in a moment for row 29. Alright, so row 29, we'll start out with the gold. And then we need 7 red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. And then we need 1 green, and 3 red, and then 3 green. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So now we need 3 green, oh wait a minute, we need to leave that red behind. Because we're done with that red for right now. Alright, so there's 1, 2, and 3, and then we need to finish this up by putting 5 blue and a gold. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then our gold right here. Alright, and there's what row 29 should look like. Alright, row 30. So we're going to start out with our gold. In row 30, you should be down to 20 squares in this row. So we need to do gold and then 5 blue, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. We're leaving the gold behind. I mean, not the gold behind, the blue, because we won't be using that blue in the rest of this row. Alright, so we need green next. We need 4 green, 2 red, so there's 1, 2, 3. Bring up this red on this 4th one because you're going to need that red next. And 4. Alright, and then we put 2 red in, 1 green, and 6 red, and then a gold at the end to finish it off. Alright, and then, hang on a minute. Leave the green behind. And we need to put 6 red and a gold. So there's 2. 3. 4. 5. And 6. Alright, and so that is row 30. And like I said, you should be down to 20 squares in row 30. So let's chain 1 and turn for row 31. And we're going to start out with our gold. And then we need our blue. Alright, so we're going to travel this blue up here. I don't normally do that, but we'll try to. Alright, so we need 3 blue next. Oh, hang on a minute. We need to take this red with us, too. Because after these 3 blue, you're going to need 5 red. So we're switching over to red. We need 5 red, um, 5 red, 4 green. So there's 1, 2, 3. On this 4th red, we're going to bring up this green with us. So there's 4, and 5. Now we need to bring in the green, and we said 4 green, right? Yep. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Leave that behind, and then we're going to finish off this row by putting 5 blue and a gold at the end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So there is row 31, row 32, we need 6 blue, 1 gold, 6 blue so far. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to bring up this green on our 6th one. And then we need 3 green, 5 red. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then bring in the red. We're going to leave that green behind there. And now we need 5 red, 2 blue, and a gold to finish off this row. So there's 3, 4, and 5. And then our 2 blue and our gold. And there we are. All right, so that is row 32, and we'll be back for row 33 in a moment. Row 33. We're going to start out with the gold. And then we need 2 blue. And 5 red. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one green. We're leaving that red behind. And then we need 7 blue and a gold to finish off the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, and that's row 33. And then that finishes off the green, so we can cut the green off. Alright, so row 34, chain 1 and turn, and we'll start out with the gold and 6 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we need 6 red next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we'll go to our blue, and we need 2 blue and a gold to finish off this row. So there's 1, and that is row 34. Row 35, we'll start out with our gold. In row 35, you should be down to 15 squares. We need 2 blue, and then 6 red, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to finish off this row by putting 5 blue and a gold. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and that is row 35. And like I said, you should be down to 15 squares there. So we will be back for row 36 in a moment. Alright, so row 36, we're going to start out with our gold. And then we need 4 blue, 2 red, and then 2 blue. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, then 2 red, And back to our blue for 2 blue. And then back to our red. And we're just going to put 1 red in. And then back to our blue. We want to finish this row off by putting 3 blue and a gold. Alright. And then 37. We'll start out with our gold. And then we need 2 blue, 2 red, 2 blue. Alright, we'll switch over to our red. So we're going to do 2 red, 2 blue, 2 red. So there's 1, 2. Back to our blue. One, 2. And then we just need our 2 red. And then we're going to finish off this row by putting 3 blue and a gold. Whoops. There's our 3 blue. Switch over to the gold now. Got a bit carried away there. And there we go. So that's 36. Or was that 37? That was 37. There's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was 37 actually. Alright, so now 38. Let's chain one and turn. We'll start out with our gold, and then we need 2 blue, 2 red, 3 blue, 1 red. So there's 1, and 2. Okay, 2 red, and then 3 blue. Then 1 red, 2 blue, and a gold. We'll finish off the row. Alright, so there is 39. Right. Or is that 38? That was 38. Because there's 12. Yes, that was 38. So 39 now. Alright, so we're going to start out with the gold. And then we need 1 blue, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 red. And then we're going to finish off this row by putting 2 blue and gold at the end. Alright, so row 40. In row 40 you should be down to 10 squares. We're going to start out with our gold, and we need 1 blue, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 red. Alright, so there's 2 red. Blue, and 2 red. And then we're just going to finish off this row by putting 1 blue and 1 gold at the end here. Alright, that is row 40. Yeah, 10 squares. So you should have 10 squares. So we're going to go to 41, chain 1 and turn. These rows getting so much easier now, and quicker too. So we need to start out with our gold as usual, and we're going to do 1 blue, 5 red, and 1 gold. And 40, no, we're not. Yeah, 1 blue. Okay, 41. 1 gold, 1 blue, 5 red, 1 blue, 1 gold. All right. So we got the gold, blue. Now I need 5 red. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, then we need our blue, 1 blue, 1 gold to finish it off. Alright, and there is row 41, 42. Alright, so 42 is, we'll start out with the 1 gold, then we need 1 blue, 5 red, and then 1 gold. So there's 3, 4, 5. And I should have left that blue behind back there. And then you're just going to put a gold here at the end. Right there. This blue should have been left behind. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Leave that blue behind, then put your red in. And then our gold. And then 43, we're going to start out with the gold and put 4 red, 1 blue, 1 gold. Alright, so now we need 4 red. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we're going to leave this red behind before we put that blue on. And then we need 1 blue and 1 gold. Okay, so that's 43 and 44. We're going to start out with the gold. And then we need 1 blue, 3 red, and 1 gold. And this ends the red, this row does. This is the last of the red. I know I brought that blue with me, but that's okay because I'm going to need that blue in the next row. Alright, so now we can cut the red off because that was the end of the red. And in 45, you should be down to 5 squares. We'll start out with our gold, and then we need 3 blue and a gold for the row. So 1 gold, 3 blue, and a gold. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and then that is 5 squares, that is right. And then row 46 is 1 gold, 2 blue, and a gold. All right, and then 47 is one gold, one blue, one gold. And this row ends the blue. And then we can cut that blue off. And then 48, row 48 is just 2 gold. And 49 is just 1 gold. And this is going to finish off our diamond. And we can cut that off. Alright, and this is our bell. Our Christmas bell. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so anyway, that ends that. And then we just need to put a border on it. You'll tie down the ends, put a border on it. And if you don't know how to do the border, if you've been doing this with me, you know how to do the border. But if you don't know how to do the border, you can go to the jack-o'-lantern pattern video and go to the end of that, and then it'll show you how to do the border, because all the borders are the same. So anyway, I hope you guys had a lot of fun doing these diamonds with me. I had a lot of fun with it, except for it kind of burnt me out because there were so many of them. But I wanted to give you guys like several different pictures, because I love doing pictures when it comes to crochet. Um, I love doing anything with pictures, as you guys well know. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching this year, and you guys have a great day, and bye bye now.